I have so many thoughts on this and they're all problematic, but I'm gonna say it anyways. Okay, turn it off. That's all we can afford. What's going on, you guys? Steve here, and let's react to some more DJ content.
I might post something tomorrow. I film 3 videos every weekend and schedule them for the next week so I can be done and focus on my music. I spent hours editing my video and it flopped. The algorithm hates me. Statistically, 90% of your followers come from just 10% of your videos, so not every video is meant to perform well. I copy trends. I study why the trends work and tweak them in my style. Hopefully this one blows up. I'm not chasing numbers, I'm building a fan base.
I think this is fantastic. Oftentimes on this channel, I try to speak on all of the broken elements of music. There's a bunch of people in the space who try to gaslight musicians and tell them that if you're not hyper famous, then something's wrong with you, you suck, you're the problem, obviously you're not good, but that's just not true. Regardless of all those outside factors, your mindset and your approach to content and making music is a big factor. Scheduling my content, doing a bunch of stuff that he just highlighted here has helped me a lot. I don't subscribe to the idea that if you just hit upload on something that's super high quality, it's just gonna succeed. That's not true, but your approach to things does help. I also believe that you shouldn't beat yourself up about the numbers. I have some videos with decent views and I have some that are pretty low, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. I believe they all have useful information that can help other people, and that's my priority. That's my focus, is just making the best stuff that I can. Don't stress yourself out over the numbers, but also be strategic. Bruh, what? What the heck am I looking at? What I think is so funny about music is there's always people coping and trying to virtue signal in comment section saying, oh, you got to be interesting. You got to be good. Just be talented. You got to be interesting to make people care. And these are literally the fans that you're trying to impress. These are the people you're trying to attract. Literal NPCs. These are the types of people that just go to shows, they go to festivals just because everybody else is going. These types of people are just sheep for social proof. Whatever everybody else is doing, they're just going to follow it. They don't care. They're not there for the music. They're not there for the experience or the artist. They're just making content because they think they're the main characters. You're allowed to do this. It's not a crime. It's just kind of lame to me. I do think aspiring musicians should be mindful of this. Just the fact that some of these fans, they're just following trends. It's not inherently about you being talented or you falling short or whatever the case may be. I have so many thoughts on this and they're all problematic, but I'm gonna say it anyways. I think too many people have grifted into DJ careers to the point where it's just not perceived as something cool anymore. You know what? Before I even get into it, let's just read the comments. For those of you who don't know, Blac Chyna has some type of affiliation with the Kardashians. I believe she was friends with them. I don't know too much about her. I do know she has a kid with the rapper Tyga, I believe. So she does have some type of affiliation with some pretty well-known people within the music industry and just pop culture in general. Regardless of all that, she's not a DJ. At least she's not known as a DJ. I personally am not a fan of celebrities and influencers doing all these DJ debut sets where they're playing all of these big shows and festivals and it's their first time touching a mixer. I'm not crazy about that. Not because I'm a gatekeeper, not because I'm jealous or bitter or whatever people are going to say. I just think you should practice. I don't believe your first time touching DJ gear should be on a stage, getting paid for it in front of hundreds or thousands of people.
What are we talking about? Practice? We're talking about practice, man. We're talking about practice. We're talking about practice. We ain't talking about the game. We're talking about practice, man.
I already know that's going to trigger people. People are going to argue because everybody just wants to speed run through the grind and just, get paid and just get famous off DJing. But I think you should practice. I think there's levels to it. I've said this before, but once upon a time, these celebrities used to just get paid for appearances. They used to get paid to just show up and drink. They got paid to promote these events. But now, for whatever reason, they all just DJ the events. Why can't we just get DJs to DJ? And these people use their influence to get people to watch the DJs. Like, why do we not do that anymore? Let's check out some more comments. Comments are hating. If anyone wants to spin, let them. We all start from somewhere, gang. This is cope. That's just really bad cope. I agree everybody starts somewhere, but I don't think you should be starting on some main stage is my point. I think you should practice, build your skills up, and have something that's actually worthy of paying for, something that's worthy of seeing and hearing. I know most DJs who are 20-something, they don't want to hear that because everybody just wants to get a Flex 4 and just run for the clubs, but I believe you should practice. I practice. I started DJing as a kid. People didn't give me a shot shot. They didn't take me serious until I was almost 10 years into it when I turned 21. It was a completely different era. The standards were different. Social media wasn't even a thing. There weren't half as many DJs. It was all about if you had been playing at these spots before, if the promoters, the managers, club owners recognized you and knew who you were. So just being some hardworking kid who was grinding in your garage, these people didn't really care. So it took me years to build my reputation to where people recognize and were like, okay, this kid isn't just here for 6 months. He's still trying. It's been 5 years and he's still at it. Okay, we'll give him a shot. That's what it took for me to come up. I couldn't just troll people in Walmart and just, make a whole bunch of rage bait reels. And then people were like, oh snap, he's going viral. Let's get him to DJ. He doesn't even know how to DJ, but he's viral. He's lit on Instagram. So let's book him. That's not how it was for me. So I understand my perspective on this stuff might be completely different to most of Gen Z, but I'll always advocate for merit and experience over just being famous.
Unpopular opinion, niching down is killing your reach and your creativity. Every major creative I admire is good at multiple things. We love Pharrell because he creates genre-bending music and has impeccable taste that transcends fashion, skincare, and culture. We love Matty Matheson because he's a chaotic and talented chef, but also has unexpected finesse as a restaurateur, actor, and screenwriter in the hit series The Bear. And we love Leanne Ford for her scrappy interior design style, but also for her collections with Crate and Barrel, her work designing Buck Mason stores, and her lifestyle magazine. My point is, you're not scattered, you're multidimensional, and that wide net is actually more interesting than being really good at one thing. Some people grow by going deeper, others grow by going wider. You can still build a brand with variety. You just need to be confident with a clear point of view.
I think that's well said, and I agree. I do think that if you cover a bunch of bases with what you do, you have to have some type of focus and direction. I really don't want to rehash what he's saying, but I personally do not niche down. I've been told I need to niche down by people within the industry, but I don't really care about that. I do what I want, and it's worked out for me pretty well to this point by ignoring those people who think I'm dreaming too big and I'm doing too much. I'm a DJ and producer. I make all of my sounds. I do all of my graphic design. I make my thumbnails. I edit these videos. I do all of my cover art. I design my logos, my flyers for my shows, all the stuff that I post on my Instagram stories, all the graphics here on the channel. I do everything myself. I play multiple genres of music. I make multiple genres of music. I have a whole bunch of hobbies and interests outside of music. I modded and restored this arcade machine right next to me. The buttons, the sticks, the tension springs, this lit up marquee art at the top, I designed that in Photoshop. Personally, I'm not a fan of just doing one thing for the rest of your life. That just seems kind of boring to me, but you're entitled to do that. There's a bunch of DJs who only play one genre. They make one genre and they stick to that forever. If that's what you want to do, so be it, but that's not me. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Like I've said before, there were people in the industry where I'd send them demos of different genres of music that I make, and they're like, this is a little too busy. Like I can't just play one genre of music. I can, but I just want to show my versatility. But just submitting different stuff for whatever reason was a disqualifier to them. Like they just don't like that I can make trap and tech house. But it's like, why is that so bad? I can play one or the other. I don't have to put them both together in one set, but I just want to show you, hey, I can cover a bunch of bases. But some people don't like that, and that's their problem, not yours. Personally, I think it's super fake if you just zero in on one genre of music, and then once that genre starts to kind of dwindle and taper off, you just grift into a new one. There's festival DJs who do that, and I think it just comes off really fake. So yeah, if you have multiple skills, highlight them. Who cares about these people who don't appreciate it? Find the spaces that do.
In our industry, this is pay to play, man. Like if you want to have the song at the top of the algorithm and the algorithm responds to streams, everyone's buying them. Everyone's making it seem bigger than it is. What you're supposed to do is supplement the streams with premium accounts that are purchased because they can't trace premium accounts. So when we boost your streams, then you go into the algorithm and that's when you make it to viral top 50. And I'm tempted to, but then I'm like, I probably shouldn't buy the streams because 10 fans who are invested in you is worth 10 million fans that will never buy anything from you ever. I will not be as popular, not as respected, as well known as whatever, but at least the 100,000 motherfuckers I got are 100,000 motherfuckers. It's not 20,000 motherfuckers that look like 100,000 motherfuckers. And by the way, I'm also able to do this by the grace of God for making hit records for other people. True. Because my bank account looks different. Any artist that's like spending their hard-earned money to buy streams to enter the algorithm to give themselves a better chance in a competitive market where everyone's doing that, especially the top dogs, there's nothing wrong with that.
Especially the top dogs, huh? But wait, I thought all the trolls in the comment section said to just be good. Just get good. Just make good songs. Just snap your fingers and just be talented. And you're just going to blow up. You're just going to be famous because you made good songs. You just got good. I thought there were no outside factors. I thought all those social media gurus who make that talking head content trying to tell DJs they suck because they're not playing the Super Bowl and playing on main stages, I thought they were right. I thought they said that you just suck if you're not hyper successful. Nothing else matters. It's just talent. It's all about skill. Your songs suck if you're not really famous. But wait. So that means all of those people were just yapping and lying. Whoa! I didn't do anything wrong. You just threw a drink in somebody's face. What? I need context. What's going on? This is so chaotic. I'm so confused. What happened before? The video just starts with him chucking a drink. I don't think there's any context that would justify that, but I just want to know. I mean, that's kind of a crazy start to a video. This guy's just chucking a drink in the DJ's face. And then he looks at somebody in the crowd and he's like, I didn't do anything. What do you mean? Like, hello? That's crazy, man. I don't know. I mean, what do you say? That's so crazy. I would not be happy with this. This would have went sideways. I'd like to think I would take the high road and just call management or security, but in the moment, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. I might see red. I might take the high road. Who knows? You know, life is like a box of chocolates. You never know which version of me you're going to get if you do something like this. So we're back with another subscriber poll. Essentially, I asked my subs when DJs should consider booking gigs or trying to pursue booking gigs. 10% of you said right away, order a Flex 4 and huck it. Oh boy. 83% of you said when you're comfortable, practice and get your skills up first. 8% of you said there's a fixed time frame, months or years of practice under your belt first. I agree with that majority. To bring this full circle back to that Black China video, I think that you should practice first. I do not believe the gig is practice. I don't really want to rehash the stuff I was just saying, but I believe in practice. I'm not saying that to gatekeep. I'm looking out for you. I think the general public doesn't respect local DJs because they don't practice and they're not getting their skills up. Everybody's just buying cheap gear and just winging it, trying to get paid and trying to get famous. And I think the general public can see that even though they don't know how to DJ and they don't respect it. I've noticed a shift in how people perceive DJs in the last couple years. Whenever I meet new people and I get introduced to them, some of my friends might say, hey, this is Steve, he's a DJ. Initially, I see their faces and the people are like, oh, another one? Really? But then if my friends explain, oh, he's played for Insomniac and he's played for this guy and this DJ has played his music and blah, 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 and he has this YouTube channel and this and that, then all of a sudden their eyes get big and they're like, oh, snap, he's not just some schmuck. So at the risk of repeating myself, I do believe that all of these people that are just grifting into DJ careers have tanked the public perception of DJing. It's like if you see somebody driving a car or riding a bike on the side of the street, you just don't think it's impressive because everybody's doing it and everybody's not great at it either. I really don't want to come off like a gatekeeper. Personally, I don't really care if you DJ, if you aspire to do it, if you have a passion for it, if you're curious, have at it, have fun, pursue it. But I do believe that you should practice first. My God, the fact that this is problematic or I anticipate backlash, it's crazy. I'm genuinely living in the twilight zone because how is this problematic? Sure, there are some skills that you can pick up from live gigs that you won't get from just grinding in your basement, grinding in your bedroom, but I do believe you should practice first. If you don't know how to use the tempo slider, you don't even know what a tempo slider is, what the heck are you doing getting paid to do this? I don't think there's a fixed time frame because if you grind for 20 minutes every single day, you're probably gonna pick it up faster than somebody who just touches their controller once every 5 months. So everybody's progression is different, but I do think there should be a progression. I don't think just because you're famous, you're more qualified than 20-year veteran DJs. I'm sure the comments are going to be on fire, but all I'm saying is to practice. I don't care what you do. I don't care who you are. My God, just please practice, bro.
It's strange to me too, but we talking about practice, man. We're not even talking about the game, the actual game, when it matters. We talking about practice.
Visibility beats talent. And if nobody knows you, nobody pays you. You could be the best designer, coach, speaker, trainer, but if nobody sees you, nobody pays you. The market doesn't reward talent in the shadows. It rewards the person who shows up in the spotlight. Whether it's you personally or your business. They did a study and they found out that brand awareness alone accounts for 60% of purchase decisions. 60%. Not the skill, not the quality of the product, it's simply awareness. So the question is, are you invisible talent? Or are you a visible easy to find authority.
I agree with him, and I've been saying this too. It's all about visibility. It's not about talent. There's a bunch of people who try to cope and yap and argue in comment sections saying, oh, if you're not famous, then you suck. It's about visibility. If your numbers are low, it's not because it's bad, it's because people aren't seeing it. I've said it before, Ice JJ Fish averages about 3 times more views than Kendrick Lamar, the guy who everybody claims is the best rapper ever. He's not clearing the most views. It's not about talent. It's about if people are seeing it or not. People conflate the two, but they are not the same. Views do not equal talent, and talent does not equal views. But you will be taken more serious if you have the views. Look at Black China. She's playing bigger shows than the average DJ, and she doesn't even DJ. It's about visibility. It's about being out there. It's about having a following and being seen, not necessarily being good. I don't say that to complain. I think aspiring musicians need to understand how it works, and when you get that, you'll be able to attack with precision. You won't just be hucking stuff and just uploading random things and being like, oh, why isn't this working out? You'll know why it's not working out. It's because it's not about talent. It's about, are you marketing this? Are you pushing it in front of people so they see it? Don't stress yourself out over the numbers, but also be strategic. That's all I got for this one. You guys let me know what you think in the comments. As always, I appreciate you guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.